Eli Yokley is with PoliticMo.com. You were there at WashU. What did you think of the debate on Friday night, Eli?
Hey, Mark, good to be here. You know, it was a very interesting debate. It was one of the first. It was the debate had more fireworks than any of the debates that I had seen before. They are really starting to clash. John Brunner dropped some research on Todd Akin from a 2009 story, basically showing Todd Akin supporting the individual mandate at the time in healthcare insurance, which I think Todd Akin, a conservative congressman, supporting an individual mandate now seems crazy. But at the time, he was mulling this legislation, and it was almost drafting.
I saw that story, and I'm surprised that I guess the Brunner campaign turned it up. It's from the St. Louis Beacon, and essentially he said he was giving it some thought. The Akin team, after the debate, responded, and they said that this was something he just gave some slight consideration to. And is that going to be something that's going to stick, you think?
I think that's going to be coming to a TV screen near you pretty soon. I think that's ad worthy for the Brunner campaign, who really is trying to break into the front of this pack. Brunner's, like we talked about last time, Brunner's rising in the polls, but he does have these two conservative people that he's challenging, and he has to be able to come out in front of them at this point. So I think that obviously is not going to go away for Todd Akin. Now, his campaign says, John Brunner's being the thought police. It's just something that he considered for a while. But it's clearly going to be an issue that John Brunner's going to hammer, especially in Missouri, that has so much outrage against the individual mandate, as we saw a couple years ago.
What about Sarah Steelman? How did she do the other night?
The debates are interesting for Sarah because she does better in smaller groups. But she came out fiery today. Today she launched her ad and she's going after Brunner strong on that. So I think she's going to be competitive. I think she's going to be working hard these next couple of weeks. Today she launched basically like a campaign tour on the back of a truck. She's going to farms and smaller communities to do her message there, because that's the place where Sarah Steelman gets voters better than on the debate stage. What
struck me is that she went with the curly hair and not the straight hair. I didn't think that worked for her as much. I would go, if the Steelman camp is listening, I'd go back to the straight hair. I just think it works better for Sarah. See, Eli, I dig into all the tough issues here because I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
I can confirm that both of the male candidates were wearing makeup the other night. So
they were.
I don't know what your view.
Wait, they were or they weren't?
They were wearing makeup the other night.
Well, you almost. I mean, unfortunately, with HD, you have to.
You have to, right?
Yeah. So from here, I mean, this is just full court press. It's going to get nasty from here on out, isn't it?
Last time I said it's going to be a hot summer. It just keeps getting hotter. We've got 3 weeks left. Everybody's on air now, on TV. They're going to be hammering their message there. Everybody's on their tours. They're going to be across the state, taking their message to voters, and they're going to be going after each other. So they need to be able to rise above the pack. And to do that, you've got to target your opponents, and that's what you're going to see in all of these races. It's happening in lieutenant governor's races, too. That race is turning into a dirty race just because, the challenger candidate has to emerge in this somehow, and the best way to do that is to throw barbs at your main rival.
Yeah, you're talking about are you talking about the Republican side between Brad Lager and Peter Kinder?
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of back and forth going on in that race. Yeah.
No, I don't have time to get into that today, but there's a couple of things on that I want to talk about tomorrow. Well, we'll see what happens here. The Brunner campaign has been touting good internal poll numbers that show that he's doing all right, but it should be noted that a lot of the money that's going to be spent, they've been holding, Sarah Steelman, Todd, been holding back for this 4-week period because that's when people are going to start making their decisions. At least that's the conventional wisdom. So things might shift a little bit.
Right. There's anything can happen between now and August 7th. There's a lot of money on the sidelines right now that could be going in. Remember, Sarah Steelman has a super PAC supporting her, and there's about $500,000 at least in that super PAC, and that's a lot of money as we get close in this last couple of weeks.
That is a lot of money, especially when someone already has the name recognition, and she certainly does. All right, Eli, thanks for staying on top of it. We'll talk soon.